can do all kind of stuff. See, it goes in your hair.
Haircut.
I know. Let's see if we can make a bracelet out of it. Oh, got stickers too. Wow. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Look at this. It's so cool. Come on in. Yes, it's a donut. Come on in. We're gonna get started, Jay. You ready? Let's see. First, we gotta look, baby. You ready? Gotta stick this in here. Uh-oh, Jay. Are you gonna be able to do this? Hey, thank you for watching. Trying to let it fill up in here a little bit. J to J. How are we gonna do this? We are supposed to be making some kind of activity while I do this video for y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. I just pulled this out the woodwork. I seen it and I thought it would be cool. You're supposed to be braiding hair with it. I think way left field. Like maybe the girls can make bracelets and it's not working. Maybe she can use the beads. But I'm gonna get started with the video because I don't want to waste you guys' time. Can you put this in here? Look. See if I put it in here. Oh, I did it. Look. Can you do it? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. 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 1 second. As soon as I teach Jay how to do this. All right, Jay. Can I have some scissors? Is there some scissors in that drawer there? Give me a second. Give me a second. That's right. Give me a second. Thank you. Give me a second. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. JDJ, can you put this, look, can you put this inside of here like this? Yeah. I did it, Jay. You can do it too. All right, let me tie it up so we can start the video. You want to use the stickers? How do you talk and you don't say nothing? Like, how does that work? You just talk.
Yeah.
But how do you talk but you don't say nothing? That is so neat. Okay, use the beads and stick it in here while I get started. Look at that number. Now, that's a good number to start with. Hey. Thank you so much for watching. I am Ms. Peaches, your child care extraordinaire. And this is our friend Jade. We're supposed to be making these beaded or these... Listen, I get into all things child care, okay? So I don't know what's going on. I see activities in the store for the kids, and I just go ham. So, Jay, you're going to get your bead, and you're going to stick it in there, okay? Stick it in the hole. Today's video is I'm going to be giving you 3 tips on basically speaking to your child. How to speak to your child, how to talk to your child, what things to talk about, different things like that. I'm going to get more into it for my YouTube subscribers. So right now, this is for you guys on Facebook. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys on Facebook so much. So let's just get right into it. Tip number 1 for speaking with your baby. A good reason that you want to talk to your child is so that it increases their vocabulary. What this does is give them more words to be able to know about, to be able to learn about. This gives them more words and more ways to express themselves. The one thing that I tell my parents is not to create a language that then a teacher or a caregiver is going to have to break. So, for example, what you want to do is use words or use situations that are real. You don't want to say, oh, what color is this? And you say lello, stuff like that, because the actual name of the color is yellow. So you just want to keep certain things like that in mind when you are communicating with your baby. The second thing, the second tip that I want to get into is speaking proper English to your baby builds their vocabulary. And I know it seems simple, but when your child is ready to get to a point in their life where they're ready to express themselves, they need to use the proper terminology. And when you use the proper words, they pick up more of a vocabulary. Now they have all these pronouns and all these adjectives and all these adverbs that they know how to use. Yes, it's a pink star that they know how to use. and they understand the meaning of it. So now when they're ready to speak to you, they're able to express themselves in a much detailed manner instead of just making a noise or pointing at something and they're so used to you responding. Communication is key, and that's the thing about this video. The third thing that I really, really, really want you guys to know is that good communication at an early level promotes, at any level, but it promotes brain development. Now, what does that mean? That means that now your child has a bigger vocabulary. They're able to express themselves. And now this opens up imagination. This opens up their cognitive skills. This opens up when you talk to your baby properly, it opens up the avenue for them to be able to, one, deal with their emotions because they see you being able to deal with your emotions. Hey, I love you. Hey, you made me upset when you did such and such. Hey, I like what you did here, but I didn't like when you did me like this. You as an adult have to learn how to use your expression and use your words. A lot of the young toddlers, they make these noises when they get in care. They make these noises because they want something, or because they want something. It's your job to teach them the proper way to communicate. Instead of them crying because they're upset about something, because maybe that's what they see you do, or because that's what they see the other siblings do, and the other siblings seem to get away with it, that's what they're gonna do because that's what works. Teach them the proper way to talk. Key number 1 was increase their vocabulary. This can come in by reading to your child. This can come in by when it's time to do homework. Maybe if you have a younger child, they don't have homework, but you can set aside 5 or 10 minutes just to read with your child at bedtime, to read with your child at dinner time. While you're cooking and you're waiting for the food to cook, take that time to read a book with your child. Tip number 2 was that it builds their communication skills. We need, especially us, we need for our children to be able to communicate how they feel. If nobody is teaching them how to communicate how they feel, everything that we're doing today it doesn't even matter for 20 years from now. History is just going to keep repeating itself because everybody's stuck on me, and we're all here together. And if I can't tell you that I didn't like the way you did such and such, or you hurt my feelings, or if I can't tell you I love you and I appreciate what you did for me, there should be nothing wrong with either one of those things. There should be nothing wrong with another man saying, brother, I love you, I appreciate you. Teach your son to do that, so that in turn he knows how to deal with a young lady. In turn, he knows how to deal with somebody coming at him with anger. But if you're dealing with things in an anger manner or frustration, your child is picking all this stuff up. Okay? Speaking properly and in a calm tone and in the correct tone when you're speaking to your children builds communication skills. That's super important, okay? The third tip is that it helps the brain development. And we already talked about this part. You're opening up their brain at an early age. You're opening up their brain to just the unlimited, the cognitive skills that go into the way I'm talking to you is the same way that I'm able to talk to these children. And they understand and they pick it up. And it's just a beautiful situation. Sometimes the children tell me what they want to learn. And it's clear. It's understandable. I can get into it. They understand what I'm saying. And it's just a clear conversation or a clear back and forth. It's just so beautiful. But when you allow your baby to say, Mommy, I want that. Or Daddy, can I have that? Or you speak about things in that kind of manner. You're not in... Jade is known for leaving to get up and go to the bathroom like right in the middle of the video shoot. Like Jade will leave. So I believe that's where she's going now. I'm not sure, but I'll continue the video without my new sidekick here. But at any rate, definitely you want to keep talking to your children. I am going to get more in depth about communicating with your children, good times and good ways to communicate with your children. But I'm only going to do that on my on the YouTube channel. So we're going to stop this video right now, and we're going to let Jade get herself together, and we're going to come back. 3 tips on reasons why you should be properly communicating with your baby. Okay, 1, it increases their vocabulary. Okay. The more words you give them, the more words that they can use. The more words that they understand. Can you imagine a 3-year-old giving you full sentences? Can you imagine an 8-year-old speaking on a junior high school level? Can you, skill number 2 is it builds their communication skills. We really need for our children to be able to communicate with each other. Not just now and not just with us as the teacher and the parents, but we really need our children to be able to communicate to anybody else. We're going through a tough time right now. Hopefully this will all be over soon, but we need especially our young princesses and our young prince to be able to communicate with everybody, whether somebody's making them mad or whether somebody's making them happy. It should be okay to express however you feel without it being a problem, okay? And the third tip that I'm going to drop for Facebook, the third tip is that it helps brain development. And this one gets me so excited because it helps so many other skills in their life. When your child, it opens up reading skills, it opens up like the sight words, it opens up print, it opens up cognitive, it opens up their imagination just goes so, because they know so many words now. They know so much stuff. They know the meaning of so many different things, okay? We're going to let Jade come back from the bathroom, and I'm going to get more in-depth on my YouTube channel. Check me out, Ms. Peaches ABC. Ms. Peaches ABC on YouTube. Ms. Peaches ABC on YouTube. I'm going to get into the proper times to talk to your children, the proper things to say to your children, for your children that are making noises or they got the pacifier stuck in their mouth, so they're not properly talking. I'm going to get into those kind of things. All this is going to be released on exclusively for my YouTube followers. So I appreciate you, Facebook, so much. And if you guys are subscribers, we're going to go ahead and go to the YouTube right now. Ms. Peaches, Ms.Peaches ABC on YouTube for exclusive tips. I thank everybody on Facebook for watching. If you have any questions or concerns, now will be a good time. Let me see, do you have any questions? Michelle, Tia. No questions. I remember you at the studio. How's the family? We're doing good. I just pulled out some of the pictures that I didn't send out to everybody. And those pictures are so beautiful. But we're gearing up to actually take pictures again. So I'm super excited about that. So maybe I'll jump in your inbox so we can set something up again. But that was an awesome time. That's Joy Streaks. He took some family photos of me and Gianni a while back. And Gianni's a big girl now. So we're going to take some more photos. I'm going to... Tia, do you have a question? It says that I want to bring you on camera. Do you have a question or something? If not, I'm going to go ahead and continue the video over for YouTube. Once again, Ms. Peaches ABC on YouTube. And I'm going to drop off some key tips, my favorite tips, that I tell my parents a lot of times about how to communicate with your baby, when to communicate with your baby, how to break the cycle with the pacifier. That's something that you guys are giving your baby. And now would be a good time to go subscribe to YouTube, because when I get off here, I'm going directly over there. But how to deal with the pacifier thing. You guys are giving your baby the pacifier, and it's creating like a language, a barrier. But I'm going to get into that on the YouTube. If y'all don't have any other questions or concerns, go to ms.peaches, Ms. Peaches ABC on YouTube. And I am going to get more into detail on this video. I just gave out 3 tips on good reasons on why you should be communicating properly with your baby. Tip number 1 is that it increases their vocabulary, okay? Tip number 2 is that it builds communication skills. We need for our kids to know how to communicate with everybody. We need to show our kids how to communicate with everybody. Okay? And the third one is that it develops, it helps develop their brain development. So that one is super exciting for me as a teacher, because it opens up so many other skills when your children can understand the language. So, I understand the language. Stop teaching them a language that doesn't even exist. Stop saying, my baby, do you want mommy to do. Now you send them to school, and I have to tell them, Mom, what the baby's talking dirt. What is he saying? Stop saying Lelo. Baby say Lelo. Lelo is not a color. Wipes. It's not wipes. Wipes is not correct. So when they say wipes, no, wiped. We're going to get into some things on Miss Peaches ABC. I thank all of you guys for watching. Exclusive tips on Miss Peaches ABC on YouTube. I have to get over there. I see the notifications coming in. I only have these camera guys here for a little while. So with that being said, I have to jump over to YouTube to give out the rest of these exclusive tips. Talk to your babies. Talk correct English. Stop speaking a language that doesn't really exist. They are super cute when they first come home. Moms, when you first get pregnant, thank you, Juju. Talk to your babies. Read to your babies. Talk to your baby. You can talk about the sales paper. You can talk about the stickers. You can talk about the project that you're going to do tomorrow. You can talk about the colors. You can talk Walmart is the perfect place to be talking to your children. Next time you're in Walmart, look up. Next time you're in Walmart, look up. When you put your baby in that seat, that carrier seat thing, look at what they're looking at. Just look up. There's so many shapes. There's so many octagons and hexagons and circles and triangles. When all you have to do look up. Walmart is so many colors and so many smells and so many numbers and letters. We take field trips to Walmart. So Walmart is a great place to talk to your children. A great place to talk to your children about the world around them. Just about the world around them. About the different people. Diverse people. And we don't have to get into adult things with children, but, you can definitely maybe, show them, hey, look at that lady over there. She's so pretty with that wrap on her head. Just that simple. Look at that man over there. He has on a green construction vest. You know those guys that work on the green, talk to your babies. I got to go to YouTube. I'm getting flagged all kind of ways, you guys. I have to go to YouTube. Miss Peaches ABC, Ms.Peaches ABC, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching. Facebook, I appreciate you guys more than you'll ever know, okay? Check out the links in the description. Support a black business. And I'll see you guys on YouTube, okay? All right. Thank you. Hey. If you are watching the second part of this video, I just want to say thank you. Once again, if you are just now watching this video, I am Ms. Peaches, your child care extraordinary. If you have watched part 1 and you like what you saw, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button so that you're able to get the videos as soon as they drop. Let's get right into it. Now, with part 2 of good reasons on why you should be talking to your baby and how you should be talking to your baby. On this part of the video, I want to get into the things that you should be saying, the things that you should be watching for when you're communicating with your baby. Video 1 was talking more about increasing their vocabulary. It talked about the brain development and what communicating and a bigger vocabulary does to brain development. And it also talked about how it builds communication skills. So what we're going to get into, like I said, in this video is how to deal with how to respond with what your baby is trying to tell you. So let's say you're at a park somewhere and your baby points at something. Let's say they point at a flower, a yellow flower, a purple flower. You want to ask what's called open-ended questions or make open-ended statements. I'm not sure if open-ended statements is official, but it goes something like this. Oh, little Johnny, you see the flower? That's a flower. Say flower. Hopefully they mumble something, just mocking what it is. This is purple. Say purple. Maybe they'll say purple. This flower is so beautiful. And you get into the details of the flower. If you can lift it up, you talk about every single thing that you do. And you give it to your child as if you're talking to someone who actually does understand every single word that is coming out of your mouth. Also, let's say that your baby is showing aggression on something. You want to talk about the feeling. How are you feeling? Why do you feel this way? Let me help you. What can I help you with? Are you okay? These things with doing this is planting a seed that will trigger them later on so that they become the person to respond to somebody that way. And once again, this is all in communication so that our babies are knowing how to respond and communicate their feelings and their emotions the correct way when dealing with anybody. Another thing that I would like to get into when we're dealing with toddlers is to use colors. A lot of times they learn the objects first. And so we say, hey, go get me that right there. Or, hey, come bring me this or that. You know, or give me your shoes or something like that. You want to really get into what it is you're talking about. Hand me the blue block that's on the floor. Hand me the left shoe. Hand me your green shoes. And when you actually get the object, talk about the object. Talk about how you're lacing up the shoes. Sing the bunny ear song to them. Talk about, we're going to put this shoe on your left foot. This is your right foot. And because why is the left and why is the right? Different things like that. They do understand everything that you are saying, okay? Also, listen to what your child is trying to say. If your child is showing aggression towards someone or something, you want to key into why. And it may not necessarily always mean that someone is treating them wrong. It could just be the chemistry is off and your child is uneasy. And the main thing about childcare is that you want your baby to be comfortable. You want to know that your baby is okay and that all of their needs are being met while you're away. So it's super important to pay attention to the communication that your children are trying to tell you. The little key things. Talk to your children, no matter the age, even your older children. A good time to talk to children is bedtime. Read them a book. That's a great time. Books are made for children to expand their vocabulary. So that is a great time to reach out to your children and expand their vocabulary. I always tell my parents, when you're cooking dinner, use that time while you're waiting for the food to cook to speak to your children, to talk to your children. Talk to them. And not always aggressively. Speak to them in a calm way. A lot of times with the older children with homework, we get so frustrated because it seems so simple. But the purpose of the homework is so that they can learn it. So it's our job to teach them. So, and don't be afraid to use your phone. Once again, let's go back to the flower in the park. If it's something that you don't know a lot about, like maybe they point at a tree and the squirrel goes up the tree, ask open-ended questions. Wow, that was a squirrel. Did you see the squirrel? What color was the squirrel? Was it brown? Yay, good job. It was brown. Congratulate every time that they get something correct. Even if they mumble it and it sounds like it, congratulate them every time they get something correct. And kind of redirect them when they get it incorrectly. Don't say the words like it's wrong, but just kind of redirect them and tell them the proper way. Pull out your phones, and that's a good time to use Google or to use YouTube to educate yourself so that you are giving your child the correct knowledge. I am Miss Peaches, your child care extraordinaire. And once again, if you're watching this part of the video, I want to thank you so much. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram, Infants and Toddlers on IG and Infants and Toddlers on Facebook. I am Ms.Peaches ABC, your child care extraordinaire, right here on YouTube. If you have any questions or concerns, you can always leave a comment. And I will leave links below. That's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you. And hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.